channel. This is Sweet Budgets. If you are new here, welcome back to my channel. This video is definitely a different one. I will be being a little bit transparent on what's been going on with my life throughout this whole year. It is August and oh my god, it's too much, but finally, I'm just gonna make this video. Whew, okay, don't know why I had to say that all in one breath, but I did. Basically, I am unemployed at the moment. I've actually been unemployed for a couple of months now, and my previous company and I came to an agreement, and they basically did give me a month's extra notice, so I actually got paid. And there was too much drama behind the scenes. Like, I have gradually started hating my job, and it's not because of the job, but it's because of the people that I have been working with. Things changed back last year, actually in 2022, so I was put under a different management, and I hated it from there on. I think one of the issues that I had was definitely communication. So the person that I was reporting to was really bad when it came to communication and the language itself. I mean, you know what? If you do work in a channel marketing company and there are some very, very basic English words that people just don't know, then you're in trouble because it actually can get really bad from there. So I was basically going back and forth with the original hiring manager, or my original manager that I was with, and I had no issues under her. And I was also discussing things with human resources. But by the time that I understood that it was just getting so bad, I don't think I could have saved what I was doing there. I'm not the only one. So there are a lot of people that have left and have definitely looked out for a better place to go. Another reason why I decided to leave was the benefits. So we were no longer getting any bonuses at all in this company, and it's really crazy because back in October they decided to increase our salaries due to the economic situation, which at the time we were like, oh, okay, that's such a good move, and we were happy about that. But then when we realized that we were not going to get any of our bonuses anymore, no, that's not, I mean, in these days, like, when you have been working with multinational companies and big ones, and we were like, I was getting a lot, in terms of bonuses. For a company to say that, oh, we're no longer gonna give out any bonuses, I think that's a bit of a red flag for me. And so you then understand that, with them going through a merge, I don't think it's going to get any better. I think it's going to take a really long time. And I think most of the employees are fed up and sick about it. And looking at, the management team, it was time to go. And so they did it very nicely with me, though. They actually did offer me like an extra salary. So we're gonna talk all about that in this video. And of course about unemployment benefits, which I think is really important, and I don't think a lot of people know about this. Okay, so let me just open up this book, this happy planner that I have, and I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I wanted to touch on. So what did I get, or what have I gotten so far out of this whole like messy experience? I actually got more than I was hoping for. I think even my previous company had no idea. Human resources that work with us previously was a secretary. That was it. Company secretary, no human resources background, whereas I had a lot of like HR support experiences, so I knew exactly what I could do to make things better, and I've educated a lot of my previous employees on how things could help them moving forward. So How am I going to explain this to you guys? Let's talk about my notice. So I was supposed to give in a 1 month of notice. We came to an agreement that I would leave, but on, like, obviously on good terms. There was nothing else, I don't think, from my side that I was giving to the company. But it was really more on their side. And I think they really knew that I knew my rights. And so they did offer me like an extra 1 month salary if we came to the mutual agreement that I would leave. Okay, so basically, I would say that I was coaxed into leaving the company, but it was a healthy step for me because I was getting too much stress and depressed staying there. So it was a plus. So my 1 month in lieu came to 5,145. So that was what I was actually making there. But on top of that, and I think they were not expecting this, or they were not expecting basically that I knew that I could do this. I don't think even they knew about it. But what happens when you are coaxed to leave, and how to prove that is usually when you do have a payment in lieu, that really is a sign to say that, well, they're basically asking you to leave. It's not that you wanted to leave, but you guys just agreed on it, right? And you can actually claim unemployment benefits. Okay, so which is what I did. So I went to the um, PERKESO. No, I didn't actually go. I called them up and I said, can I apply for this? And they said, go ahead. So you just have to go onto their website. I will leave a link somewhere for you to check it out, but you can go onto their website, and then you would just need to fill in your details and upload all the documentations, including your salary slip. So the reason why they do this is because they need to figure out how many months are they going to be able to support you while you are out there looking for a new job. All right. So they asked for my bank statements, I think. Yes, anything to prove that, like, you have been working. So salary slips, bank statements, your ID information, and all of that. And then once they've had a look, and it actually took a really short time for them to approve my application. So you won't be able to claim these type of benefits though if you resign by yourself, or if you have been let go due to disciplinary issues or performance issues. Um, I'm afraid you won't be able to claim any unemployment benefits. But if you have like a VSS, like, or they ask you to leave early with any type of like agreement, contract, VSS, whatever it is, then you are able to go for this. I would also like to mention that EIS also covers those who have been retrenched from their jobs, as well as those who have had to resign because of personal threats to themselves or to their family members. And this could include sexual harassment. So if you actually had a valid reason on why you had to resign, you actually also could claim these unemployment benefits. So once I have that information, there would be an officer that will call you up and just ask you some other questions. Maybe she'll ask you for other documentation. Like in my case, I did give them my account details, but they wanted like a statement with my name and my account number to say that that was my account. So after that, they will need to get in contact with your human resources personnel to basically confirm, to say that, hey, like, we understood this your ex-employee was laid off due to a mutual agreement, or she resigned because of a mutual agreement, and so blah blah blah. And then they confirm that, and then you basically get your first payment. So let me calm down. So on top of the 5,145 that I got, a few weeks later, I got my first unemployment benefits, which is 80% of my average. So they did average that. Let me write this down. they averaged on 4,600, right? So they averaged that this was my salary, not this, but I think what they did was they just looked at my taxes and everything and how much they needed to deduct from there, and then they came up with this number 4,600. And so the first payment is 3,680, so I already got that. And then my next payment, which I am actually expecting within this week or the next 1 or 2 days, is 2,300 ringgit. So that's 50% out of 4,600. And then moving down, it's going to be 40%, 40%, and then 30%. So what's amazing about this as well is obviously is that, it could help you whether you do have like any payments that you have to make, and hopefully you will be able to find something to replace your job. And so, I have been looking and going for a few interviews lately. So that is also one proof that you need to have in the system before you are actually paid for your next employment benefits. So it's a good number. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping to be able to get something really soon, but I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, and then if you do manage to find or secure something in advance before you actually, get paid all of this, you are then allowed to claim an early benefit. So if, let's say, if I get offered a job next month, so they will pay you 25, or they will pay me 25% of the remaining benefits that you were supposed to get. So let's say, for example, I get 3,680 plus 2,300. So these two have already been paid to me. So this would be the remaining amount, and the total of this, I would be paid 25% of this in order for me to get started at my new role. So it's kind of a really great benefit. I know that a lot of countries, they don't have this, or they have a different type of system. I am referring to our local system, which is Malaysia. And so yeah, it helps. So if I were to calculate just this one, what I would be receiving from my PERKESO is 11,040. But you also have to make sure that you are contributing to this. That's why go back to your salary slip and look at EIS. So that's the employee insurance scheme that you contribute to every month from your salary, and then you are able to also apply for this if and whenever you have to. Obviously, I don't want anyone to have to go through this, but I have to, so I'm gonna take it. And yeah, so this is the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys. The second thing is I am in debt, and I'm in debt mostly to my family because they have been really supportive and helping me out. So the second thing that I've been going through is my parents. They are aging, and they are unable to take care of themselves. And so I have agreed to come back to take care of them because my dad can no longer drive a car or do anything in my hometown. You need to be able to drive to get stuff. And so that is why I decided to come back here. I've left the city. But when I left the city, I had not like resigned yet. So this only came just like, a few months ago. And yeah. And so my mom also had to go through like a surgery, two minor surgeries. And so I had to be with her in the hospital, and that came to a very large amount to pay for. I basically just wanted to be there. I wanted to be there for my mom and my dad, and I took the big leap. I took a big step. This was like the hardest decision that I've ever had to make in regards to my career. Um, and I'm taking basically a lot of risk right now because I don't see where I could actually work in my hometown, like in the office. I don't see that. I was working remote before, And now basically like there, I don't think it doesn't really look great to leave a city where there are so many opportunities and to come back to your hometown. But inshallah, like I just pray to God and say like, listen, my only intentions and yet is to actually just take care of my parents, and I would be grateful if anything came my way at this point. But I did have to really prioritize, like, when I mean, I could make a lot of money, but I would still constantly be thinking about my mom and my dad and how is their well-being in my hometown. My home itself. Now that I've moved back, with all the costs of moving, which is also a lot because you're moving states, my house itself in my hometown is amazing. It is a little bit bigger than what you would normally see or usually what other people live in. I have my own like lone house, it's on land. I could bring my cats back and they're having so much fun. My dad was kind enough to build them a cat villa in the back of the garden. So they're there, they eat there and poo there, and basically they don't really have to come in the house itself. And that's another important point because my dad and my mom, they're not like so fit anymore, so we were worried that the cats would like go in between their feet or their legs and they could trip over for them, and so we decided to keep them separate. But they do have their evenings out. They get to play around in the garden and then go back inside. So house-wise, I have no complaints. We have so many extra rooms here, extra bathrooms, a little bit more than the usual. I mean, head count 3, bathroom 6. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, but that is what it is. So moving here wasn't really like, it wasn't a no-brainer. I get to accommodate the full top floor, master bedroom, and also my own office, which was my old bedroom. So I've kind of like converted it. It's not fully done, obviously. I don't have the liberties now to actually spend on making a very cute office, but I have done as much as I could. My so if you would see in the shorts, like my envelopes are now empty. I've had to use everything that was in here in order to keep on living and keep on going. So I haven't received any salary, obviously. That is enough to be able to, like cash stuff. So that's gonna be on hold. However, I have amazing family members and I also have amazing friends. Um, the good thing about having rich family members, I'm not rich, but my family members are. I don't have any brothers and sisters, so I'm closer to a few of my cousins, and they've actually given me money, and I know that they don't want to like take it back, but no, I am in debt to them and I will be paying them back. So I've got 2 cousins that have actually given me 7,200 and also 3,900, so I'm gonna be paying that back. And then I had 2 friends that also helped me out, so they're overseas, they're not local, and I've been friends with them for decades. Like we've known each other for decades, and they've also given me 3,930 by right. Like I have to pay, obviously, like I'm gonna pay them back. My cousins, they don't want it, but I am gonna pay them back. So the total comes to 15,030 ringgit. You're probably thinking, well, since I have this, why don't I pay them back? I still have commitments. And so obviously I won't be able to use all of this to pay them back, but I am hoping to, get another job soon and then I will be able to pay them back. So costs obviously have been cut with me moving back to my hometown. I don't need to pay for rent, which is amazing, obviously. So that is one payment that I can scratch off. Another option that I am actually looking into is, remember I did say that I had investment. Yes, I have 30,000 ringgit in an investment and it's supposed to be there for 3 years, this being the first complete year. Now if I do want to take out that 30,000 in order to help me out with all of this, obviously I wasn't planning this to happen, but now that this is going on, I might be taking that out, but there will be a slight penalty because I am taking that out in advance. So what I've done is engaged a lawyer to help me to um, basically I don't know, be the middle person between me and my investment company, whatever it is. And so we're looking at that. So they're looking into trying to minimize the penalty, because they also made some changes. So this company that I did invest in also did some of their changes, and so didn't really follow the initial contract. So we're trying to limit the penalty on that, and I can get back my money. And obviously, that would basically solve like all of my issues until I actually do find a job, though. So hopefully, fingers crossed. That's basically what I'm going through. But that's it, guys. So if you do like this type of content, do hit the like, subscribe, and leave any comments below. I am hoping to come back with a better video on cash stuffing or anything else. If you do have any questions though in regards to this, please ask me, because I've gone through it, I have the experience, and so yeah, I would like to help you out if you do have like concerns. Maybe you are in some sort of situation right now and need some help. Yeah, you can ask me anytime. And that's it, guys. So I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Bye.